Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video we will learn how we can implement DbFactory pattern in .NET 9. So here you can see the application and project structure is looking like this. This is the Web API project. If you go through this project, then you see here that this is the DB application DB context. There are some models and there is the generic repository as well, or there are some basic and fundamental operations that we do with the generic repositories. Or let me explore you the unit of work, and here it is the unit of work, and it is uh, working with the generic repositories. Okay, so here is the basic structure of this project. Or now this time to implement the DbFactory pattern. And guys, let me tell you something, that what is the DB pattern, and why should we use DbFactory pattern in our application. Whenever First let's understand, DbFactory pattern is always uh, helpful to create a single instance across the application. It means that whenever the request is hit, the only single instance of application DB context is used for database operations. So in this way, we take help from the DbFactory pattern. Or nowadays, it is becoming popular in the .NET applications. So let's see how we can implement this thing in this existing project. So simply, I will add a new folder, or I will name it as a DbFactory pattern. Okay. Now what I will do, simply I will add a new class, or I will put a name as a dbfactory.cs. Or first let me create an interface idbfactory like this. Or if you see that how it this helpful, so simply I will create the dispose method in this interface. Or I will idbfactory to the dbfactory class. And first let me uh, register here uh, db factory like this, or with the dbFactory class. Okay, like this. Now what we will have to do, first let me create an instance of application db context. Or here we can do things. Or now I will create another instance. I will call which is I will put it as a read only. Or we know that read only always assign at the runtime. Okay, like it is the constant type, but we use the whenever we use the constant, it always required to put the values at the time of compile time, but at the runtime we always use the read only. Okay. Or I will use the db uh, not like db context options. Okay, simply I will pass here application db context, or like this. Now I will create a constructor. In the constructor, what I will pass the options. Okay. Or application db context. Or okay, now this time to use the options. Okay, so here we created an constructor, and there we pass the application DB context options. Now what we will do here, simply uh, I will like this. Okay, so that's perfect. So here we created an init method, or which it means that if DB context nullable equals to in this condition, so simply it will create a new instance of DB context, and it will pass on the options of the DB context. And again I will create a new value like this. Okay, new function. Okay, so here we define this dispose function that we declare in the interface. Okay, so here is the things done from the DbFactory and DbFactory interface as well. And it's the very easy process to write this class. And let me explain you again. First, we create an instance of DB context. Then after that, we initialize the uh, DB context options with the constructor. Then after it, we call the init function. In the init function, we return the simply the DB context. Or in this way, we use and we create the DbFactory class, and this is the most important class uh, to use uh, to make it the DbFactory pattern. Now let's come to generic repository. Or in the generic repository, what we will do here, simply I will pass that uh, db DbFactory interface, or I will name it as DbFactory. Or simply uh, I will initialize the I will assign the context to the DbFactory init. Or right now it is causing an issue. uh, db okay, and white. Okay, let me. Okay, that's perfect. That's fantastic. And now we are able to use and able to access this init function. Along with that, what will we have to do here at this point, and in the generic repository, we don't need to do anything. Simply go to your unit of work, and here we have to do something and some changes. So first, I will initialize the IDbFactory, or let me add the namespace of this DbFactory interface. Or I will create, or in this constructor, uh, I will I will I will initialize this DbFactory through the constructor. Okay, it is the very simple process that we always use, or what we it is asking, and it is required to pass the DbFactory, because in the generic repository, it is required to pass the instance of DbFactory. Okay, so here the things have done. Or let me dispose it with the DbFactory. So in this way we use the and we implement the DbFactory pattern in .NET 9. And here the things have done regarding the process to implement this factory pattern. Or let me explain you the process again, that what we have done so far. So let me explain you. So first, we created a class which is DbFactory. In the DbFactory, we created an instance of application DB context. Or after that, we we initialize the db context options through the constructor, or there we create an init method. In the init method, we are returning the db context, okay. Or for the disposing of the operation, disposing of the data, we simply using the dispose method, okay. Or in the in the interface, we wrote the uh, declaration of these methods. This is the very simple method. This is the very simple approach to create to implement DbFactory pattern. Or while you go to the generic repository, simply what I done here, I pass on the interface of DbFactory. Then I assign the value to the context using this DbFactory dot init. Or here you can see this return. Okay. Now here the things have done. After that, we went to unit of work, and simply you have to initialize the DbFactory through the uh, constructor of this unit of work. Uh, where it is required, we pass on the DbFactory as we require, as it requires in the generic repository. Or in the dispose method, we again call the DbFactory instance. Or if I do here dbfactory.init like this, so things have done right now and here. So in this way we implement the DbFactory pattern, and this is the very simplest approach to implement this pattern in your .NET application. And right now I am using the .NET 9. Or if you are using other versions of .NET, but it doesn't mean that you are not, like, you will not able to use this pattern in your existing application. You can use any core based application or core based version, okay. It can be a .NET 6, 7, 8, 9, anything. It's totally depends on how you use, how you the way of using this approach. And I hope you love this content. I hope you love this video. If you love this session, please hit the like button and share this video to your friends or colleagues or network as well, and hit the subscribe button also. And guys, I just want to tell you that if you have any queries, any doubts, then you can ask me directly on my Instagram page, which is F2B with Rohan. Or you can ask me on my LinkedIn profile. And in the previous slide, you have seen my LinkedIn profile URL. Just add me in your LinkedIn connection, and I will happy to reply back you with the suitable answers, with the very good answer that that I know. Okay. So thank you for watching this video till here. So till then, take care, guys. Bye bye. Have a good day.